Hello. On this video, I explain to you how the switch case expression has been changed with the C# 7 version. So it is starting from the 2017 version of Visual Studio. This is applied. So traditionally in C# and also in many other languages, the match expression that we use in switch case must have been one of these types. So character, string type, boolean type, some integer type, or enum value. But now since C# 7, the match expression can be any non-null expression. And let's just have a look at what this means in practice. So here I have a simple example which I use for demonstrating. So I have here a simple application where I need to define for the user if the user belongs to one of the three groups, which are child, adult, and old. And these groups should be defined with the age, but not exact age, but put in ranges. Like child would be anyone who is below 15. And if the age is between 15 and 30, then it's being considered as an adult. And anyone older than 30, well, they are already old people. So simple switch case application, but without allowing the ranges, this would not have been possible before. So of course now the decision variable or test expression here is the value of the variable age. And then of course I have to create here three cases for each different age group. And now that I need to define the range, so then because of this I have to use here a expression that defines the range somehow. And the age here is the decision variable. I will locally denote it with a local variable whose type I don't give it here. Okay, I just declare it with var, which defines a new variable, local one, and I name the local variable with a. And then with the keyword when, I can declare here a rule which range for this variable is being applied here. So if I'm now dealing with a child, so then the variable a should now fulfill the criteria is less than 15. So I can just write here the expression like this, when a less than 15. And this is my case. Now try the activity that is resulted after this. If this condition is true, then I write it here. So group would be now in this case child, and then of course the break command, which is necessary to finish the case. So now my first case is now finished. Okay, I create here another one in the same way, again using the keyword var here and the same, but now I write here a different range. So now a should be in between 15 and 30, so I need to create a combined rule for that. So a is bigger than or equal to 15 and a must be less than or equal to 30, right? And then of course the double point here, and in this case the group would be adults, and the break finished. And one more I need to do, I just copy paste from here to make it faster. So if a is bigger than 30, then the group would be old. And if I now just output the group on the screen, test my code. Okay, like this. And then I compile and test, So just let's see. Give me your age as integer. So if my age is 45, it tells me I'm old, very old. Try again with 12. So now I'm a child. So this structure works functions here quite nicely. Okay, more than this. So more than this, actually also the expression here can take more freedom in what type it is. So I can also decide or check in these cases about the type of the expression. Okay, I have created here two classes, person, car, which include both some kind of a features, but I could, if I now forget about this application up here, I create here an instance of person, and my constructor takes here some parameters which I set here as well, so it's gender and age. And if I now would use this object here as a decision parameter, so I can get an access to the public properties of this variable or of this object person, and test if it matches against some specific limits. So if I use the same limits here, so let's say I have now in this case it's no longer an integer type, but it's now the person type, so then I can get an access to the age parameter of this person here, and I can do the same here and here and further here as well. So I'm asking from the person what is the age, and then I use that as a decision variable. Okay, so this works in the same way as with the integer type. Okay, further, what if I had here some other possibilities, like I would like to also define if the person is boy, girl, woman, man, lady, grandpa, and I use the same age limit for those. So then I would have to also define what is the gender of the person. But then simply I just have to add here more rules to define for that. So let's say I first decide if the person is child and male, so it means boy. I can add this comparison here, so I take the gender of the person and test if it's a male. This, so then the answer would be boy. So I can get an access to the properties of the object and test if they match with the given options or given values, given limits, and I could do this for all. But what is even more here? What if this type of the variable, the reference variable p here is an object, so it's a general object, so I can refer with it to any kind of objects, and basically I could have here also some objects that are cars, since I have the car class in my system as well. And okay, how to create a car I have here. Okay, I need to have some ID here, so just a string. Okay, this. I can also use the type of the object as a decision variable. So here I could have some more general variable, my object, which I use now for the decision here. And I simply just remove all this now from here. So testing if my object is a person or car or something else, I could do that as well. So I could write here case, and now that my object is now the variable case is person. Okay, case person. And then I can, okay, this all alone could be enough. So if it's a person, then I would have my own function like this here. I could, for example, write that console right line. It is a person. Break comment here. And another case for cars. So in case the type of the object here matches with this, then this part is executed. And do the same for cars. Okay, like this. And further, of course, I can do more than this. So I can also add here the range or specification, what something like extra features or rules that must be fulfilled. So I could test here if the person age is less than some given limit, and then I could do the decision with it. So these methods give you much more freedom in deciding for different cases, and of course now with this new features the switch case becomes much more applicable in many different kinds of applications.